Hello, y'all. This is Ant and Vic. I'm just coming back, on my own, doing a story time of how I became as not being able to do as much. It's like a story time. First and foremost, thank y'all for tuning in to watch this video. So I hope you can be able to, like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell. So click on the bell so you can be able to, get notifications when we do both post videos and stuff like that, and you will know when they drop and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get right into it. After I graduated high school back in 2005, I had got a job. I was in good shape. I was always a big person, but I was still good shape. I was walking, running. I was able to to do all of those kind of things. But back in 2005, I got my very first job working for Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Um, I started that in '05, and then I started to do good, and I started getting up in into the business as I was a mail clerk. So I started getting promoted up to being a driver, and I was doing good, and stuff like that. And so uh, our building that we was in, we was going to another building, but they didn't need all the people at the new building where it was going. So I was the one closer to the warehouse because of where I stay at, and so I decided to go over there and work for a while. And so I started doing mail over there as well, processing mail. And after I think maybe a year or two, or it may have been maybe a year, I started driving. And years gone by, and I started you know noticing this thing on my right leg. It seemed like it was still growing, because I noticed it in school, but I didn't think nothing of it. But as I started to work over the years, it started, it was growing. It was still growing. And so over the years, me working and me noticing it, it just got to the point where it was real noticeable. So I went to this doctor, um, that took a look at it, and then I had to go back and have a biopsy done on it to see, what was it, and it wasn't anything in it, or anything like that. So I think I want to say that was 2012, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but it may have been 2012 or 11 when I went to the doctor about that. And then after I came back from the doctor about that, we went to the doctor's office and got the results in, and come to find out it was a tumor in my leg, but it was also cancer inside of the tumor. I just couldn't believe it. My mom was with me. I think my wife was with me. Um, I just couldn't believe it, because I just thought, I would never, get, cancer. I never had that on my mind of, getting, but I know cancer don't have a name on it. Anybody can get it, but I just felt like that, that's something I wasn't thinking about it could have been. But he told me it was cancer. So I was just torn. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to live, or I didn't know if, just the fact I didn't think because of cancer, and I know folks die from that. I just didn't know. So he said that they have to do immediately surgery to remove it, and stuff like that. And so we left, and during that time, they scheduled the surgery. The surgery went well. Um, I think that surgery, it took a while. Yeah, it took a while. They was able to get the tumor out of my leg. I didn't have to do no chemo treatments, nothing like that. So they was able to take all of it out. And I was told as well that by the surgery and by the tumor being as big as a football inside of my leg, that it had damaged some of my nerves in my leg. So the surgery, it went well and everything like that. And when I went home, my leg was still split open because it has to heal from the inside up. And uh by that I had to have nurses come to the house to check on the wound and stuff like that. And then I think maybe a week or two later from me coming home from the surgery, it got infected. It got infected so bad I thought I was gonna lose my leg because it was smelling bad. It was just real bad. So I I believe after that surgery, I think it may have changed my life from being able to you know do what I used to do, for it's like walking and stuff like that. And at that time I had to go back to the hospital, back into surgery again, so they can clean all the greenness that it was inside of my leg, and they had to clean all of it out. And stayed in the hospital for I think a few days maybe. And finally I got let finally let went back home. um just the fact of me being home and not doing nothing, and all that put uh I guess I want to say like a wear and tear. I don't know if it was from the medicine or not, but I know I started to gain weight. uh yeah, I started to gain weight because I just wasn't doing nothing because of the fact of my leg. um and I was getting to that point where I just couldn't stand long. I couldn't walk long, giving out of breath. um it was just a lot that I was dealing with, and on top of that, feeling depressed that I couldn't go back to work. But I thought I was getting better, and so I tried to go back to work with the same job at Blue Cross. But as I noticed when I was working there, I couldn't do the things I used to do before the surgery. Like, loading docks. I don't know if all of you guys know what loading docks is, but the loading docks that they had there, I usually can, climb it, and get up there like that instead of having to walk all around. I can usually climb it, or climb it from the truck. Uh, I felt myself struggling real bad after the surgery and trying to go back to work doing it, and I felt myself giving out of breath from places I had to walk to, and like other buildings and stuff. I had to walk a good little ways, and I just felt myself giving out of breath. I felt myself not being able to stand long and walk for a long period of time. My body was just hurting. So I just told my boss I just couldn't. I just can't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So went back home and just sat around, and I believe I was steady, gaining weight, steady gaining weight, and that wasn't making the situation no better because it was weighing me down as well, and my leg was still swollen, and you know, I'm just now at the from that took me out. I think in 2014, I stopped working. Or no, I think I tried to go back, but it didn't. It wasn't working. So after that, I just couldn't work anymore, and that what made me feel more depressed than ever, because I love my job. Everybody can't say they love their job. I love my job. I love what I was doing. I love the people that was there, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it at all. So um, I had to go to my doctor too because I couldn't walk in stores no more. When it was time to either go grocery shopping or something like that. So I had to look into getting a wheelchair. Um, it was better because I can be able to go in the store. But as a big person, you already get attention because of you a big person. And then plus by me being in a wheelchair, that's just more attention drawn to me. But I'm a type of person. I mean, it bothers me, but it don't bother me because I know I'm human just like everybody else is. But sometimes it do get to me where I just don't want to go into the stores no more, and I know I got depressed over that too, that I just couldn't do nothing anymore. So it just bothered me, and up until this day, I'm still in that same situation, if you must say, as far as not being able to walk or stand long. Just like right now, I'm sitting in my wheelchair, doing this video for you guys. It's just it's hard. It is hard, and being married, and having kids and stuff like that, and then you just can't really do too much with them because you can't walk or stand long. So I never knew that I would be where I am now. I never questioned God. Uh, why me? I never questioned that, and it's just been a lot. And then in that time frame too, as well, I forgot to mention that in the time me working at Blue Cross, um, um, before I moved to the location on the west side, closer to the house, I was working on the south side, and I got a phone call from my dad, um, saying, well, I got a phone call from my mom saying, have you talked to your brother? I got an older brother. I said, no, ma'am, I haven't talked to her. So, I tried calling his phone, calling his phone, and, stuff like that. And I said, man, I hope ain't nothing wrong. So, because that's not him, he'll usually answer. So, I got a phone call later from my dad saying, you need to, get here to your brother's apartment. So I kind of knew right then something was wrong. I even told my my best friend, Chucky. I said, bro, I think my brother dead. And he said, nah, he ain't dead. So I get in the car, goes over there, get to the area where everybody was at, and come to find out my brother was dead. My brother he was shot 5 times. Uh, that, knowing that, that took me, that took me to a space I didn't want to be. My brother being killed over nothing. Um, that just did a toll on me because I miss I miss my brother. I think my brother every day, but at the same time, I just don't understand what was the reason, for my brother being killed, and I think that weighed on me as well as being depressed, frustrated, angry. I was dealing with all that, plus dealing with my weight, dealing with not being able to walk long, stand long, giving out of breath. I mean, all of that was weighing on me, and it still is to this day. I'm working on myself. So now we're here, and I'm trying to better myself so I can be able to walk, enjoy life, experience some things that I wanted to experience as being young, have a job that I always wanted as being a truck driver. I always being that I like big trucks. That's just me. Um, it's just been, kind of a rough years as I go on with my health. Um, and now since I have this my legs swelling now, and now I have these two big lymphodemas on my right leg, as y'all probably can see in me and my wife's workout video. Y'all maybe can see on my right leg how it's bigger. That's because I have two lymphodemas on the right leg, and I have to be very careful of infections, and that's another thing. This year I have been at the hospital a lot for the same thing, infection in my right leg. And it's scary because infections can kill you. Um, I just try to stay prayed up, and I know when I have an infection because I know the symptoms that I'm having. So it's just a lot that I have to deal with, and for us, I have to keep my body clean, all the time, because they say our nails, when you're scratching and all that dirt can, all kind of stuff can get in your skin and stuff like that. So um, it's just been a lot that I've been experiencing as far as my health and just living, getting over things and trying to, you know, forgive the person, that killed my brother. I'm still working on that, and I know, as being a Christian, we have to forgive people, and I am truly working on that. So it's just been a hard journey thus far, but I thank God for living. Um, and as we come now, me and my wife decided to do, or we decided to get our health back under control. and we decided why not just do a YouTube channel and doing it because somebody may need to hear this message that I'm giving out today. So I was wanting to do this, do my story time, and let folks know, my journey and how I haven't always been like this. I was moving around, playing football outside, and stuff like that until after my surgery. Everything went downhill after that. So I'm staying positive, doing what I can. So until next time, y'all, I thank y'all for watching this video. Uh, I appreciate y'all for watching. I hope y'all watch it to the end. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our channel. And give us your feedback on how you like this video. And I believe my wife, she's gonna do a story time as well, because she has a story as well, just like I had a story. So I hope this story helps somebody um, that's on YouTube, or just a YouTube watcher that watches videos and needed to hear a message like this. So I will be posting this in just a little while. So until then, I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you. Peace.